Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the University of Manchester, a very warm welcome to this degree ceremony in 2014. This is an important occasion when we celebrate the achievements of our students, and it's a particular pleasure that we also have a very prominent recipient of one of our honorary doctorates, Professor Jocelyn Bell-Burnell, who you'll be hearing about later. It's wonderful to be in the splendid surroundings of the Whitworth Hall. The only thing I have to apologise for is, I'm afraid, the weather, which is not quite as good as we might hope. So to our graduating students, congratulations. You've obviously all worked very hard, and you're clearly all very smart, because you chose to come to the University of Manchester. We're also here to acknowledge and recognise the hard work of your teachers. But I'm sure you will all recognise the importance of the support from your families and friends. We welcome those of you who have been able to be here today. I know some of you will have travelled long distances, and some of you will indeed have been put through hardship to ensure that your family and friends are able to graduate today. So I'd now like to ask all our student graduates to stand. And please give a round of applause for the support you've had from your family and friends. You will leave the university today with a degree, but I hope this does not just represent letters after your name or a piece of paper. I hope that your time here has represented very much more. I hope that you've made lifelong friends, potentially lifelong partners, that the university has influenced your values, it's helped to shape your thoughts, and perhaps, for some, transformed your lives. You've come to the University of Manchester in a great city. Manchester's often called the original modern, ascribed as being the home of the Industrial Revolution, but also one which looks forward, and indeed continues with achievements across the city and across the university in science, engineering, humanities, and medicine. Those achievements are not only from our staff, but also from our students, who win many awards. You will have seen some of the recent press around investment and support for the City of Manchester in the devolution of powers and the award of additional funding, and also to the University of Manchester, particularly in areas very relevant to students who are graduating today in the Sir Henry Royce Institute for Materials Research and Innovation. But we're not only a University of Manchester, we're a university of the world. With many international students who come to study here, you are very, very welcome at this university, and we hope that you will continue your links with the university when you return to your home country, if indeed you're not staying with us. As you look around, I hope that while you've been here, you will see a transformation of the city and of the university. And if you come back in a few years, you will see even greater transformation through the development of our campus master plan. But of course, a university is much more than infrastructure, not just bricks and mortar, technology, books. It's about people, and it's about you. And so thank you for your contribution. What we should not forget is the privilege of a higher education. There are young people in many parts of the world who would not even have the ability to go to school and learn to read. And within even a few miles of this university, there are students for whom the aspiration to go to university would be beyond their wildest dreams. Therefore, I think we all have an obligation to recognise that which we have received in a higher education. Whether you like it or not, you're now a part of the university. You will join over 300,000 alumni of this university, and you will be ambassadors, I hope, for this university. I do ask that you stay in touch. I travel quite a lot, so if you return overseas or travel overseas, I'll hope to see you. If you stay in the United Kingdom, or in Manchester indeed, we have many events. So please make sure you're registered with our Alumni Association, and so that we can keep in touch with you and you can keep in touch with us. So today is a day of celebration. Once again, congratulations. And now it's with great pleasure that I invite the Registrar, Secretary and Chief Operating Officer to escort our honorary graduate, Professor Jocelyn Bell-Burnell, onto the platform for the conferment of her honorary degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa. Professor Steve Watts, head of the School of Physics and Astronomy, will deliver the oration for Jocelyn.
So, President and Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, today is a very special day for the University, the School of Physics and Astronomy, and also Jodrell Bank Observatory. It's our opportunity to honour the achievements of Professor Dame Jocelyn Bell Burnell, FRS, for her outstanding contributions to astronomy. So, Jocelyn was born in Belfast in Northern Ireland. Her father was an architect who helped to design the Armagh Planetarium, and reading his library books on astronomy clearly had an impact on her future path. In particular, she was keen on radio astronomy. She's joked, and this is because you can do this type of astronomy during the day and sleep normally at night. At the age of 16, she wrote to Sir Bernard Lovell at Jodrell Bank Observatory, "I want to be a radio astronomer. What subject should I do at university?" He wrote back and said, "Do physics." Very sensible. She went on to study physics at the University of Glasgow. In the summer of 1964, while still an undergraduate, she attended the first summer school on radio astronomy held at the Jodrell Bank Observatory. She found this, in her words, immense fun. A major role for summer students was to compute by hand, as the landline to the Manchester computer was often down. This improved her mental arithmetic for years to come. Unfortunately for Manchester, but vital for what happened next, Jocelyn went on to do a PhD at Cambridge. She helped build and operate a radio telescope and, crucially, was responsible for the data analysis. She did not ignore a 1/4 inch scruff on 100 feet of chart paper produced each day. One should remember that several large radio telescopes, including the Lovell telescope at Jodrell Bank, had looked at the sky for a decade before and not made the discovery for which Jocelyn is famous. Her supervisor, Anthony Hewish, thought it was most likely radio interference. Jocelyn persisted because the signal was linked to the sidereal time, not Earth time. The next key step was to speed up the chart recorder to look in more detail at the signal. The scruff became a series of pulses with a fixed period of 1.3 seconds. The source was initially called LGM-1, otherwise known as Little Green Men 1, as it was so unexpected to find such irregularity for an astronomical object that was 200 light years away. But the eureka moment was to find another signal at a different part of the sky, and Jocelyn broke her role. She did astronomy in the night. She drove out to a cold outstation on December 21st, 1967, at 2 a.m. in the morning, and found another signal with a different period. So Jocelyn had found examples of what we now call pulsars, which are rapidly spinning neutron stars, which are the remnant of exploding stars called supernovae. The first 4 pulsars were found by Jocelyn in the next weeks. The results were published in Nature on February 24th, 1968. It was without doubt one of the most important astronomical discoveries of the 20th century. So Jodrell Bank then confirmed these pulsars in April of that year and went on to find 5 more by September. And to date, around 2,400 pulsars have been found by astronomers worldwide. That's about 50 per year, and in fact, 80 have been found to date this year. So we've benefited much from this discovery. Pulsars have been the main research topic for the Lovell telescope over the last 5 decades. It monitors the rotation period of more than 800 pulsars, including more than 100 millisecond pulsars, the best astrophysical clocks, more than any other project around the world. It maintains a database of pulsar arrival times that extends back 45 years and contains the equivalent of 15,000 years of rotational history of pulsars. This is such an important area of science, it's affected the design of the next generation of radio telescopes with pulsar and fast transient projects on the Square Kilometre Array Pathfinder projects such as MeerKAT and LOFAR. Sorry, there's a lot of acronyms in this. The SKA will also study pulsars when it operates a decade from now. Hewish and Ryle were awarded the 1974 Nobel Prize in Physics for the discovery of pulsars, and there's been much controversy that Jocelyn was not included. Many people have tried to get a story out of this when interviewing Jocelyn. She has remained stoically neutral and expressed her delight that this result in astronomy was recognized by such a prestigious prize. She's received a multitude of prizes and honours, including the Herschel Medal of the Royal Astronomical Society, a CBE, Fellow of the Royal Society, and Dame Commander of the British Empire. Jocelyn's career after her PhD was initially affected by family reasons and child-caring responsibilities, and she has first-hand knowledge of the problems women experience in terms of recognition and advancement in a male-dominated world. Nevertheless, she became one of the first female professors in physics at the Open University. She went on to become Dean of Science at the University of Bath, President of the Royal Astronomical Society, and President of the Institute of Physics. She is the first female elected to be President of the Royal Society of Edinburgh, a post that she took up this October. I highly recommend that you read the report from a panel chaired by Jocelyn, Tapping All Our Talents, Women in Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics, a Strategy for Scotland. So this was published in April 2012 by the Royal Society of Edinburgh, but in fact it's got ideas and lessons for us all across the whole of the United Kingdom. Jocelyn is a prominent Quaker and has written on the subject, can a scientist also be religious? The experimental answer to this question is yes, Jocelyn is here today. Science can be pursued successfully by anyone irrespective of their social background, nationality, race, gender, sexuality or creed. You need two key qualities, an open mind and grit. Jocelyn has these qualities in abundance. I will finish by a quote from Jocelyn. Scientists should never claim that something is absolutely true. You should never claim perfect or truth or 100%, but you never ever get there. If we assume we've arrived, we stop searching, we stop developing. President Vice-Chancellor, I'm very pleased to present to you Jocelyn Bell Burnell for the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the University and with great personal pleasure, Jocelyn, I confer on you the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa. Congratulations. You may like this one.
President and Vice-Chancellor, distinguished guests, astrophysics colleagues, thank you for this honour. I am delighted to be associated with this prestigious university. As has already been mentioned, I did actually work for the university one summer as a summer student at Jodrell Bank in Professor Rod Davis's group. I learnt a lot. It was a very useful experience. I learned a lot about radio astronomy, about research, and I had the opportunity to meet several of the leading figures. And yes, when I got back to Glasgow to finish my undergraduate course, the lecturers were commenting on how splendid my arithmetic was after 6 weeks of doing calculations by hand. Congratulations to all those graduating today. This is an important milestone in your career, and you have undoubtedly earned your degrees. And congratulations also to the family and friends who have supported you. I also want to say thank you to radio astronomy colleagues, particularly those who work in pulsars. The radio astronomy community and the pulsar community have been incredibly generous to me. First of all, they do wonderfully exciting research. It's a great spectator sport, folks, I no longer do it myself, but it's absolutely fascinating to see what's developing each month, each year. And there have been many unexpected developments in that field. It remains so exciting. And I'm grateful also for the warmth with which I'm greeted when I turn up at yet another Pulsar conference to find out what's happening. It's a very great privilege to be so warmly greeted by so many colleagues on so many occasions, and I give you thanks specifically for that. I want to wish everybody graduating today all the very best. This is an important milestone for you. I'm sure you will do the university credit, and the university, I'm sure, will do you credit. Manchester will guard its reputation, and therefore the standing of your degree will remain strong. But nonetheless, may I wish you all the very, very best for the future. Thank you.
I'm delighted that it's now the turn of our student graduates to be presented. First of all, Professor Steve Watts, head of the School of Physics and Astronomy, will say a little about their achievements and the achievements of their schools, and then the graduates will come up to be, for conferment of their degrees.
President, graduands, their family and friends, today is a very special day for you and also all the staff in the School of Chemistry, the School of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, and the School of Physics and Astronomy. We're celebrating the achievement of our graduates in this room for all their hard work since they joined the university. You're joining a long list of outstanding graduates, and the staff that have guided you over the years know that you will all continue to bring much distinction to the university using the skills and knowledge you've gained here. All these schools have a very distinguished history going back more than a century. John Dalton founded modern chemistry here in 1803 with the theory of atoms. Manchester was the first place to recognise electrical engineering as a separate discipline, with the first professor in the subject in 1905. Ernest Rutherford started the revolution in modern physics at the start of the 20th century when he discovered the atomic nucleus. But we're not stuck in the past. We continue to produce results that are transforming our world. Many of you have contributed through your research work at this university. For example, the 18 PhD chemists graduating this winter have produced 58 papers to date. That's incredibly impressive. Well done. Professors Gaiman of Osloff were awarded the 2010 Nobel Prize in Physics for their groundbreaking experiments regarding the two-dimensional material graphene. And the £61 million National Graphene Institute, funded by the government and the European Union, is close to completion and will open next spring. If you saw a very large black building when you left the car park today, then you saw the Graphene Institute. Did anyone see a very large black building? I hope you did. So the one thing about this institute is that it is a multidisciplinary institute, and it involves researchers from across the university working together on both the pure science and applications of graphene. This multidisciplinary approach is no accident, and so an interesting story was reported yesterday that explains why. The report was new evidence suggesting that power lines and mobile phones do not cause physical harm to humans has been found by researchers at the University of Manchester. So I bet you've all got a mobile phone in your pocket, yes? And I bet you're worried whether it's harming you or not. So, of course, physicists discovered and understood the underlying electromagnetic field theory. The electrical and electronic engineers built on this to develop power lines and mobile phones. But who actually did this study? The clue is in the title. The paper's called Magnetic Field Effects as a Result of Radical Pair Mechanism Are Unlikely in Redo Enzymes. So that's a bit of a clue. It was a collaboration between a researcher in chemistry and a professor in life sciences. So this is a good example illustrating that modern research cannot stay within discipline boundaries if one is to solve key problems in both science and engineering. So don't be afraid to seek collaborators in any area if you have a problem in your future life. So we're all looking forward to the break at the end of this year. And we should all be proud of the fact that the Christmas lectures at the Royal Institution are to be given this year by Professor Daniel George from the School of Electrical and Electronic Engineering. The title of the lectures are Sparks Will Fly, How to Hack Your Home. So this sounds very interesting, doesn't it? So I hope that you will all find time to watch these lectures on the television, on the BBC over Christmas. So in your study here, you've learnt fundamental principles, Maxwell's equations, quantum mechanics, communication theory, and lots of other things, plus key underlying skills such as mathematics and the ability to write a decent report in good English. You should not be afraid to tackle any problem because you know that you can solve anything by taking and using these ideas and skills from your intellectual toolbox. This makes you all very adaptable and employable. Some of you will go on to research in other universities or research laboratories. Some will work in high-tech industry. Some, I hope, will pass on your knowledge to the next generation. Wherever you go, you will find the skills you've learnt here invaluable. So I wish you good luck, and you're always welcome back. Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Morton Albring. Farrokh Al-Issa. Haytham Khalid M. Al-Rabia. Hanan Al-Chung Huri. Navin Chikuri. Stefania Christou. Nadia Flory Roberts. Lucy Heap. Paul Kelly. Samantha McGee. Rhiannon Monkton. Eufemio Moreno Bineda. Jennifer Dawn Rockford. Malcolm Peter Spain. James Paul Slater Walsh. Daniel Whitaker. And for the degree of Master of Philosophy, Heidi Ingelia Korsberg. And Materials Chemistry, Yung Ho Shea. And for the degree of Master of Science by Research in Chemistry, Ying-Yo Chu. Yu He. Ya-Chu Hu. Yi-Ning Lee. And for the degree of Master of Science Analytical Chemistry, Iman Mahidi Ali Al-Lawati. Zara Hamoud Musalam Al-Asmi. Huda Salim E. Al-Salim. Lana Sami Sabir. And in chemistry, Sherihana Binti Ab Halim. Noor Shwazwani Binti Abu Bakar. Farhad Abdulaziz D. Al-Nazi. Salman Latif S. Latif Al-Nazi. Dashi Jao. Jilu Li. Nurul Iswani Binti Muhammad Ghani. Mary Abu Saidi Oku. Isna Athira Othman. Shuainan Shen. Haudru. And for the degree of Master of Chemistry with Honours awarded posthumously, Jason Few. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Thomas Gibb. So we start with the electrical and electronic engineering. So Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Yasaman Alimi. Razak Ulusegun Alioke. Selma Khalid Alash Awalda Dalai. Miguel Angel Banuelos Salcedo. Anthony Bedard. James Burnstone. David Charles Clark. Shada Faraji. Barikit Hagos. Famiha Jafaral Jazbi. Solon Karagiannopoulos. Paul Anthony Newell. John Welford. Christos Sakaridis. And for the degree of Master of Philosophy, Electrical and Electronic Engineering, Song Wei Yan. And for the degree of Master of Science, Advanced Control and Systems Engineering, Idom Kojo Alvini Akplu. Mohammed Razid bin Yazid. Shiwi Du. King Long Gong. Shu Yi Kang. Pasalis Carlas. Suleiman Sabu Karawa. Junjun Lee. Jingsung Liao. Chunghui Liao. Jiaomin Lu. Xijiao Mao. Eduardo Navarro Pupar. Zi Lung Eng. Oludulupu Opemi Olufajo. Namdi Nelson Osuji. Gautam Ponapa Palachandra Chenagapa. Heng Pang. Eng Xing Kui. Chu Kiang. Taunujao Rajasni Karun. Ola Skake. Onochi Arins Chukwu Uzu Dinma. Lu Ming Wang. Shuang Wang. Wenri Xiao. Yungtong Shu. Zizing Yuan. Yiling Zhang. Li Hanzhou. Yaiming Zhou. Johannes Marius Siska. And in communication engineering, Wafa Kalfan Juma Al Had Harmi. Yusuf Ahmed Mohammed Yusuf Bahaji. Hichin Day. Hixing Hyun. Husama Jamzed, Amy Kenneth Johnson, Yujun Lei, Leon Yu, Cindy Liu, Yi Lu, Dongi Lua, Damfa Peng, Athanasios Peristeropoulos, Robin Rihau, Jing Yang, Shui Zhang, Yich Zhao, Xiu Gao, Mi Xiang, Isaac Makama Kasala, Yao Peng, Hao Yi Wang, Shu Wen, and in electrical energy conversion systems, Wen Ji He, Song Jin, Chalampos Manopoulos, Panagiotis Varakis, Shi Jiang Chu, Wei Zhang, and in electrical power systems engineering, Yongju Bei, Ling Ding, Amjed Joma El Jetlawi, Tamor Haider, Raman Hakim, Harisankar Kuni Krishnan, Chia Li, Ziran Li, Xiao Yao Liu, Purdy Chanel Alia Muhammad, Desir Endor Ear, Sibani Puanda, Mariskia Silvana Roche Grant. Jahangir Saif. Minyu Sun. Mohammed Adil Tahir. Kian Tan. Hyomin Wang. Yipeng Wang. Shi Yan. Zhengwei Zhao. Xiangyi Cheung. Lukui Zhou. And in renewable energy and clean energy, Aslina Wati Binti Arifin. Albert Mucha Anak Gideon Lembang. Amal Hamada. Christos Keramisanos. Pranav Kalnani. Sexto Ipulitu Loren Zabala. Noaquim Idora Mahudin. Mahanid Ekwan bin Mohammed Roslan. Mohammed Umar Mukhtar. Andreas Panayotis Nazaris. Ionis Stiano. Xingyu Wang. Hong Yang. And for the postgraduate diploma, Electrical Power Systems Engineering, Adil Hussain. And for the degree of Master of Engineering, Electrical and Electronic Engineering with Honours, Hinik Tesfalan. And for the degree of Bachelor of Engineering, Electronic Engineering with Honours, Naruddin Abu Bakr. Hamza Akram. Abdi Ruble. And in Electrical and Electronic Engineering with Industrial Experience with Honours, EJ Mahmoud Mimu. Vice President, on behalf of the Centre of the University, I present to you for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Kiran Jossi. Stefania Macaulay. James Molson. Thomas Neep. Peter Schmel. Christina Smith. And for the degree of Master of Philosophy, Astronomy and Astrophysics, Kate Voller. And for the degree of Master of Science by Research, Astronomy and Astrophysics, Lucas Ben Asaya Ag. And for the degree of Master of Science, Nuclear Science and Technology, Emily Jane Ather. Hans Halika Bara Vitkova. Christopher James David Evans. Connor Gillan. Elfin Jones. Robert Charles Lockwood. Christopher James McLaughlin. Francesca Elaine Vallee. Alan Stephen Welch. Ian Rain Williams. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Physics with Honours, Matthew Studd. Kate Woods.
So our warmest congratulations yet again, and we wish you every success in your future careers and happiness in your future lives. Again, I say, please do stay in touch. And to the guests, thank you for coming and sharing in this celebration. Could you all please stand? Graduates of the University of Manchester, don your caps. I now declare the ceremony closed.